Good evening, Railbirds. This is your host, Quasi-Pro, and today my special guest is PokerStars Team Pro member and gold bracelet winner, Jason Mercier. Thank you very much for joining us, Jason, and congratulations on a successful run at this year's World Series with 5 cashes.
Thank you very much.
You were able to make the money in this year's main event, and although I'm sure you would have hoped to have gone deeper, it's still a very impressive result. Can you tell us how you would summarize your experience this year?
Well, for the main event, it was pretty grueling playing for 5 days. You know, most of the time in tournaments, you know, you only play for 3 or 4 days, and that's if you make the final table. I busted 468th place, and that was, you know, in the early stages of day 5. So it's kind of, you know, a unique experience for the main event. It's such a long tournament, and, you know, I was just happy that I was able to go deep and make the money this year. I would have loved to still be in right now, but you know, things didn't work out my way, and just made a couple unfortunate mistakes. But you know, it was a great experience, and I was happy that I was able to get a main event cash under my belt.
You initially were studying to become a math teacher and successfully transferred the skills you learned into your poker game. Some players concentrate more on their reading skills in order to be successful. Which do you think is more important to master, or do you consider them equally essential?
I'd say the math part is probably more important, understanding betting patterns and pot odds and things like that. I mean, live reads don't really factor in at all for online, and online is, you know, half the game basically. So not to mention, I just think that betting patterns and the mathematical approach to the game is important in live reads anyway, even in live poker. So yeah, definitely the math part is important, and always helps your game to improve on that part.
You completely took the poker world by storm starting in 2008, and you've proven time and time again that you're not a one-hit pony. What do you attribute most to your success?
Luck? No, I don't know. I'd say that, you know, just, I don't know, it's hard to put it on one thing, but I'd say that I just, you know, play good, run good, positive energy, and things like that, basic things.
Positive energy goes a long way.
Yeah, for sure.
Putting the notoriety of being a bracelet or title holder aside, do you prefer the structure of smaller events like the EPT or the longer tournaments that can be found in the World Series events?
Definitely the better structured tournaments. Yeah, where they're longer. I mean, I like when we play longer days. You know, my worst favorite type of tournament is the tournament that starts at like 12 and ends at 8. And it's 8 days long or 7 days long or whatever. You know, I'd prefer to play a tournament that starts at 12, ends at 3 in the morning, and is only 3 or 4 days long, and has a good structure.
Is that partially because you're younger and have more stamina to survive?
Definitely, but I just, you know, the thing is that when you play for only 8 hours, I don't like to like go out and drink like when I'm in the middle of a live tournament, and I also don't like to play cash when I'm in the middle of a live tournament. So when there's all that extra time, I just prefer to be playing.
Finally, most of our members at Railbirds are at the beginner to intermediate level, but all have dreams and aspirations to be as successful as you've been. I've been asking the pros I've interviewed a series of questions to help improve their game. And my question to you would be, what advice would you give a novice player who struggles to keep their emotions in check after a bad beat to help avoid tilting their play?
I would just say to keep on playing and just try to work on it. Figure out why you get upset, and just try to avoid that. I mean, when I first started playing, I would throw my hat, like, you know, when I was taking bad beats and things, and I just learned that I would play worse when I would be, you know, upset. So just learn to not care very much, and just you know, take it easy and have a more mellow approach.
Well, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. And before we let you go, can you tell us where your schedule will take you next for those who want to track your progress?
I'm leaving tomorrow to go home for a few days. I'm going to hang out in Florida for a week or two. I may go to Tunica to play a few events. There's like a 5K no limit event and a 2,500 PLO and 8-game event. So I may go there. Otherwise, I'll just be back in Vegas to do some TV show filming in August and possibly go to Legends of Poker for the WPT. After that, I'll play W Coupe and World Series of Poker Europe.